Hello and welcome to my podcast. I'm Jessica and this is a podcast about my knitting. This is episode 3. Episode 2 was quite a long time ago, so I've been out of the game for about half a year, but I'm going to try to do a monthly podcast from here on out. We'll see if I manage to make it happen or not. Life is busy, so this is the first thing that gets dropped when I don't have time. So thank you for being here if you're here, and if you like this video you can like or subscribe and that will help other people find me. I do design knitting patterns, so if you like what you see here you can subscribe to my newsletter and I will put that in the comments or the description box below so you can sign up for my newsletter. Or you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry. My username in both places is Jessica M Knits. So I do post on Instagram fairly frequently, so if you want to see what I'm up to right now, that's the best place to see. So I haven't been podcasting in a long time because I worked on some secret projects earlier this year, so I couldn't show you basically any of my knitting from the first 3 months of the year, but I'll be able to show you in the next few months. So I've got some projects I'm pretty excited about that I get to show you. I did another secret project last fall with Quince & Co. It's called Heirloom Seeds Collection. It's a little collection of baby knits. It's got a dress, a cardigan, a bonnet, booties, and a blanket. I don't know if you've seen it or not. I don't know if I can put in a picture here or not of it. I'll see if I can, and if I am willing to devote the amount of time to figure out how to do that, I will put a picture here. Otherwise I'll put a link to it down below. It's very cute. The little dress is probably my favorite thing I've ever designed to date. I have just this soft spot for little knit dresses on baby girls, so if you are looking for a baby project you should check that out because I think they're pretty cute. I'll try to do a picture, but like I said, if it takes too much time I'll probably just give up and learn another day. We are very tired today. We're at Grandma's house way too late last night, so all of the kids are really cranky, so I don't know how much time I will get to edit this, but I'd like to edit it and put it up today, so we'll see where I get to. Anyway, so another reason I haven't been around, and speaking of babies, I'm expecting my 4th baby this fall in late October, so there's going to be a fair amount of baby knits coming in the next few months. The rest of my kids were all summer babies, and this one was a fall baby, so I don't really have the right sizes of sweaters and everything for a fall baby, so it's not really something I'm upset about. I now get to make a ton of baby stuff, and that's all goes really fast, so I can make a lot of stuff between now and then. But I've been making stuff for my older kids, trying to get their fall knitting needs done and working on some really cute designs for them that I'm pretty excited about. So I will just jump right in and show you. I'm going to start with Floral. This one I published way back in March, so it's been a while since I published it, but I never showed it as a finished object on my podcast, so I don't feel bad about showing it to you now. It is a textured yoke cardigan, and the texture, I'll show you up close, is a little flower motif. So you have, it's knit from the bottom up, so you have a row of bobbles and a row of this horizontal texture, and then you have the flower that has, the flower head is made out of a cluster of 4 bobbles together, and then another row of the horizontal texture and another row of bobbles. So it gives you a nice, oh, let's see if it focuses properly. There we go, a nice textured yoke. I've heard really positive things about this design from my testers, And people apparently have been asking where they can get the sweater because it's been so popular. So I'm pretty happy I designed something that's so popular with knitters and with people who don't knit. Anyway, the whole body is knit in reverse stockinette, so I mean, there's no difference when you're knitting the actual body itself. And then when I have you do the sleeves, I tell you to do them inside out so you don't have to purl in the round. And then basically the only part where it really matters too much is when you're doing the yoke, to remember to put the patterning on the reverse stockinette side. So this one is available on Ravelry already. This is made out of Brooklyn Tweed Loft. Pretty sure the color is Fossil, but it's been a while. I probably should have looked it up before I recorded this. But Talia's been wearing this all this late last winter, and it will still hopefully fit her this coming winter. So this has been really fun to make, this flower pattern. When I first saw the flower pattern in my stitch dictionary years ago, I always wanted to make a sweater using it, but I didn't quite have the skill to do it, and so I'm pretty pleased that I now was able to do this. So it's a lot of fun to make, and it looks really cute on. It's a really cute sweater. Just a perfect style for a girl. Fun and cute and interesting. A little bit unusual, I think, for a hand knitting pattern to be like this. I don't know, but I've never seen one like this. But that's why I design, because I want to make my own thing for my own kids. So that one is already out if you want to go and buy that. Then for Talia again, I made this pullover. This is my next pattern that's going to come out. It's got fold lines in it. It's been done for a little while. This one, I'm in a bit of a floral theme, as you can see. This is Little Abloom. I'm going to make an adult version of it too, because, I mean, it's so cute. I want one too. So this is Little Abloom. It's got the stranded color work around the yoke and a floral pattern, and the rest of the body is just plain stockinette. But this one is currently in test knitting. Testers are working away at it. I plan to release this one at the end of August, so not too much longer though. I chose the colors. This is Quince & Co. Finch, and I chose Outawin for the main color and Clay for the flowers for the contrast color. I didn't want to do a pure pink because I'm not a huge fan of pink, so I chose this color. It's kind of an orangey pink, and I was doing my best to convince Talia that it was pink because she really likes pink, and she just did not accept my answers. Just, it's not pink, Mom. But she likes it anyway, so even though it's not pink. I don't know what her objection was. It's pretty pink, even though it is kind of orangey. I think it's a very nice pink. I stand by my decision to use this color. I made it with instructions for both a pullover and a dress. So this dress is for Brenna. I don't know if I'll be able to show you the whole thing. I've been wanting to make a dress for a very long time because I haven't made a dress in, well, since last fall when I made the little dress in the Heirloom Seeds collection. But I really wanted to make a dress for Brenna. She loves to wear dresses. Talia doesn't care so much. But Brenna loves to wear dresses, and so I decided to make her a dress. And this is knit from the top down, so it's really easy to just do whatever I want with the body. So you have a little bit of A-line shaping. You probably can't see on the video, but down the front here And again on the back in the same places are where the increases lie. So it makes it this really nice A-line shape, which I'm really happy with. I was mostly making a guess about how much shaping to do to increase properly for the skirt and how long to make it. So I'm pretty pleased that it turned out how I wanted, because I couldn't see it until I actually bound off and got it off the needles. I couldn't see the overall shape of it. So I'm pretty happy with that. It came out exactly as I pictured and how I wanted it to come out, because I could have done it wrong and I would have had to rip it all out, which I did not want to do. So she's got a little dress, which I think is really cute. The hem is going to be a folded hem, which I have not done yet. I just pulled this off the blocking boards before I sat down to record this. So I'm not sure if blocking it before I hem it was the best idea, but because I didn't pin down the edge of the hem, so it's all rolled. But I'm just gonna do a folded hem, so I just need to fold it over and sew it down. Probably do that when I don't have any kids around, because I've never actually done a folded hem before, so this is my first time. So, but I think it will look really nice finished with a folded hem on the dress, because I was worried that if I did a ribbing it would pull it in too much and then it would make it hang funny. So I've got to do that. So this is, I guess, a partially finished object, not a finished object, but this was a lot of fun to do, this stranded colorwork pattern. I'm really just in a real binge of stranded colorwork right now, honestly. This is my last couple of projects have been stranded colorwork. My current project is stranded colorwork. As soon as Quince & Co. restocks Lark in this color, Outwin, I will start another stranded colorwork project, a sweater for myself. And then I've got a baby sweater planned that's stranded colorwork. So anyway, thinking about making a baby blanket using stranded colorwork. I don't know if that's insane or not, but yeah, just really into stranded colorwork right now. So it's a lot of fun to do, although I can't do an all over sweater in stranded colorwork. I can't do that much, but I really love to do some of it, and then I can just have grumpy kid knitting the rest of the time. Let's be honest, that's what stockinette is for, right? To knit while your kids are grumpy and screaming at you. Yeah. Which is today. I needed today. Too much fun this weekend, way too much fun. So this one is kind of a finished object. Just the hem to go. But I'm really excited about this pattern coming out. I had a lot of fun working on this. It actually just went so smooth. I just like sat down one day and just spat out the chart, basically. Sometimes it takes a lot of work and a lot of trial and error and hours of where should I put this and how do I do this, and 10 million swatches, and then finally you get it. And this one just flowed perfectly smooth. It was really nice. It was really nice. Not a lot of finagling. It kind of just went exactly how I planned from the very first moment. So I'm happy that that happened. This one was a lot of work. This one was a lot of work. A lot more work. So it kind of depends on what the design is, whether it's a lot of work or it's really easy. So some of them are really easy and some of them are really hard. It just kind of depends. But anyway, so that's all of my finished or nearly finished stuff I have to show you. So I'm going to show you what I'm working on now. So I've got the girls' sweaters for this fall, but I need to make some stuff for Jimmy. All of his hand-me-down sweaters are kind of girly, so he needs something a little less girly probably. So more stranded color work. This one I just started this weekend. See if I can make it easier to see. Here we go. There. You can see it. I'm just starting into the central motif. So this is Quince & Co. Outwin, once again. This is Finch, their fingering weight wool. So this is Outwin. This is, let me look so I don't tell you wrong, Cumelian's Ghoul. The lighter gray is Cumelian's Ghoul, and then this is Kittiwake, the darker gray. So there. I'm also going to make this in an adult version out of Lark, which is the worsted weight, because I want one too. I need to wear a lot of worsted weight sweaters. I'm always cold in the winter, so like worsted weight sweaters is necessary for me, but the kids are not as cold as me, so if I make them anything much heavier than fingering weight, it's just too hot. Just too hot for them, so yeah. This is this little sweater. The start of the yoke. The inspiration for this sweater came last November. So it's been a long time that it's been in my head. I'm finally working on it. This one took quite a few swatches and charts before I got it how I wanted it. But this is inspired by, you know, November is very gray here. Between, you know, all the grass is brown and the frost is all gray and sparkly on it in the mornings because it's very cold. So that's kind of my inspiration, is all the frost on the grass in November. So that's what this is supposed to bring to mind. And you can't really tell. I've got the swatch here. So this is what it will look like. This is the whole motif here. So hopefully that looks like the heads of grass to you, seed heads of grass. So, and all in neutrals. I used to think that everything had to be done with color, and that gray and oatmeal and tan were not valid colors, but I decided to get rid of that attitude and just do gray, because I really like gray. It might be one of my favorite colors. Kind of wish I painted my house gray, but I didn't, so it's green instead. But I'm going to embrace gray. So this swatch is in fingering weight, so this will be the scale that Jimmy's sweater will be, and then the adult sweater will be the exact same chart, just in worsted weight, so it'll be slightly bigger and bolder. But, yeah, so that's my current whip. So it shouldn't take me too terribly long. I'm just making a size 4 kid sweater, and I'm nearly halfway through the yoke already, so this shouldn't take me more than a few weeks to do, I don't think. I'm knitting a lot more now, sitting around a lot more. I've been really tired, so when I'm tired I just sit and knit, which isn't something to complain about. So this will be, I've decided to call it November. My goal is to release it in November, so I need to get going so that I have enough time for the test knitting, because I want to allow a generous amount of time for the test knitters to be able to knit a full adult size sweater, because that takes a long time. I'm not gonna do a test knit where you have to have it done in like 3 weeks. That's just unrealistic. I can't knit a sweater in 3 weeks, so it would be ridiculous to expect someone else to test knit a sweater in 3 weeks. So I want to get that done in time to do a test knit with enough time to have it published in November. So on a bit of a self-imposed deadline with that one, but it's okay. I'll only disappoint myself if I don't make it. So that's my whip, and then next after that, I've got this skein of Wisconsin wool unspun. this is, if I get my face out of there, it might focus on the yarn. There we go. This is to make a little baby vest for the baby. So squishy and soft. I'm making a sweater for myself out of this that I'll be able to show you in September. So I'll have a little bit of leftover from that. So I'm hoping to also make a bonnet and booties to match the vest, so it'll all be the same color. So it's nice and soft and lofty and warm, so I think it would be perfect for a baby sweater or a baby vest. So I'm excited to start that one. I plan to start that one next after I finish the Little November. So yeah, this is going to be the start of a lot of baby knits. After I make this sweater for Jimmy, I'm going to make the one for myself, and then the rest of my planned knitting all the way into the fall is all baby knits. So there'll be a lot of baby knitting in the future. Yeah, but this is going to be my last baby, so this is the last chance I will have to like just really indulge in baby knitting. Other than this, it will just be when I need to make baby gifts. So I'm not gonna restrain myself, I don't think, because baby knits are a lot of fun. I think they're the funnest thing to make, and they're so fast that I can make all kinds of stuff. The only baby knitting that I don't really like is booties, because they're small and they're kind of fiddly, and you have to use double pointed needles, which I don't really like. I really strongly prefer magic loop when I'm working in the round, but I've never found a baby booty pattern that you could do in the round. I guess I should try some socks, some baby socks, but I don't know if they'd stay on, because socks just don't stay on. When I make booties, I always put a lace around the ankle, and that keeps them on. And Jimmy wore out all of my booties that I had, because he liked to push his toes on the floor and kind of scoop a little bit, so he wore holes in all of the toes. And at that time I didn't know how to mend and wasn't really interested in figuring out how to do it, so I didn't mend any of them. So I need to make a full collection of booties again. So yeah, I'm gonna make a lot of booties, but at least they don't take very long because they are tiny. So tell me your favorite baby booty pattern, and maybe some baby socks that you know will stay on, because they have to stay on. There's no point in making something that's not going to stay on their feet. I just don't want to waste my time with that, so I can make a lot of booties. At least this child's feet will be nice and warm. I'm convinced it's a boy. We don't find out the gender beforehand, we leave it a surprise, but I'm pretty convinced it's a boy, because this pregnancy is very like my pregnancy with Jimmy's, and which was very different from my pregnancies with the girls. Maybe it's because it's my third and fourth pregnancy, maybe it's because they're both boys, I don't know. I'm just absolutely convinced it's a boy. So little baby boys have surprisingly sweaty feet, which kind of took me off guard, because the girls never had sweaty feet. I don't really have sweaty feet. Maybe that's TMI, but Jimmy always had sweaty feet. Like from the moment he was born, his feet were sweaty. So some nice woolen booties are perfect for that, because they help keep their feet dry and warm, whereas like cotton socks or shoes will just keep their feet damp and kind of cold and kind of gross, honestly. Oh, little boy feet. Now I know why all of the little boy shoes in the store are advertising as having odor-free something or the other in them. It's just like, I guess they have smelly feet from childhood, I guess. So anyway, those are my plans, to make a lot of baby knits, and yeah. One sweater for myself, and I've got to finish another sweater for myself. I just have the sleeves to do, but I made a very stupid mistake on it, so it's currently in timeout. But when the pattern comes out and it's no longer a secret, I'll show it to you and tell you all about it. But I just need to do the sleeves, which won't take too long. I just have to resign myself to the fact that I made a stupid mistake and pick it back up and finish it off. But it's in timeout right now. I don't want to right now, so we'll just leave it there for now. It was a pretty stupid mistake. But that's all my knitting for now, and hopefully going forward I'll be able to keep up a monthly podcast and show you what I'm making every month. That was my goal from the beginning, but I never, I managed it for 2 months and then fell off the wagon. So hopefully now I can continue forward and continue doing it on a monthly basis, even if I don't have much to show you, even if I could just, you know, do a short little podcast, that would be good. So if you want to see me podcast again, you can subscribe to my channel and then or like the video or sign up for my newsletter. I'm planning to do a monthly newsletter. It's easier to do than a monthly podcast. So in my newsletter, I'll give you updates of what I'm up to, what's come out recently, and if I've recorded a podcast, I'll of course let you know. So anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!